first question I have for you is tell the audience your name and a little bit about yourself.
Bet. My name is Randeezy. Real name Randall, but people call me Randy and shit, man. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, capital murder of US, but we gotta rock out here type shit, man. Um, shit. Basically, my big brother basically named me on this shit. Like Randy's and shit, that comes from my big brother and shit. So that's where I get that from.
Okay,
Yeah.
true that.
Yes,
So you
sir.
said your big brother was what was like who called you Randeezy? Like that's where you got your name from, pretty
Yeah,
much.
back in like I'd say about fourth grade. He started calling me Randizzle at first, but he was like, "Nah, that's corny. I'm gonna call you Randeezy." And then all like my PlayStation accounts and Xbox account names was Randeezy and shit. He made them, and I just stuck with that since type shit.
True that. That's a fire name too. I mean it like sticks
Appreciate
it sticks around. Like it's something that I could definitely see like becoming a bigger name too, obviously. Especially like regarding your music too, which I also wanted to bring up too. You just recently dropped a new snippet too. And I just
sir.
wanted to go into like a little bit of just like your thoughts on that and kind of how the song came to be and like I mean, this just dropped like this morning, I believe. So like
Yeah.
what was like the process behind like that recording and like what was like the process that you like usually go through with recording and like how that song
So,
came to be?
so like my process usually like I'll go through a bunch of beats a day. Like I'll usually just sit up, go through my email, go through a bunch of shit on YouTube. And if I hear something that I like, what I try to do is I don't really like to write. I kind of like to just remember the shit off the top of my head. But what I'll do is I'll try to base my music solely off how I'm feeling at the moment. Like I'll whatever I'm feeling, I'll try to like find a type beat that feels the same way. Like if I'm feeling sad, I'll go look into like a sadder artist and look into his type beats or go through my email and look for somebody who gives them type of ambient beats and shit off. If I'm feeling hype, I do the same thing looking for hype shit. So and with that song specifically, it's kind of so it's on the album Anguish by the End, and it's kind of like a storyline. And that song specifically, I was trying to aim like for like a story to tell, kinda, not too much, but it's kind of like me talking to somebody that I knew, and we kind of just it's like a we kind of forgot about each other type thing, and I'm just trying to fill them in on what they forgot about when we were cool type shit. And yeah, I mean, that was the process behind that type shit. Um, it's the conversation with a person is based. It's like a real conversation, like with me and somebody else type shit, and it's yeah,
Okay. So like you're saying like your music is kind of like a like you were saying like a conversation in a sense
yeah.
or
Like most of my songs are like a some of my shit, or yeah, most of my shit is like a conversation from time to time, and like the hype songs and shit. Now that's just me kind of having fun with my music. Like I like to rap, I like to freestyle and shit. And if you give me a hype beat, I'm gonna jump on them over and I'm gonna ride it as best as I can.
facts. Yeah, bro,
So.
definitely. I could tell that. I could definitely tell that. There was one song in particular that I really like personally, like I really fuck with. Like I could genuinely like listen to that shit. Like I do genuinely listen to it just on my headphones, like when I'm going to work and shit. That one's Hey Alexa. And that one just like to me, like that one is just like it's just like really well produced. And I mean, I also kind of want to know like the process behind that, or maybe like the backstory a little bit behind that song.
I got you. So shout out to Louis XO. First off, I'm pretty sure he's like a big producer of Jace himself. So shout out to him. Um, so Hey Alexa is actually a true story too. Is a story from my friend though. He knew this girl. His name is Alexa or Alexis, and
Hmm.
basically he dated this girl. They fell out and shit, and they had like some shit going on. He got into it with some dudes and shit, and they tried like it was like a whole thing. Like they tried, it was like a little shootout and shit. And basically, he came back, told me everything. He was like, "I need you to make a song, and I need you to like." He was expressing everything to me, like, okay. When I said Damn, I'm trying to think of the lyrics and shit. It's been a minute since I actually listened to the song, but basically, on one of the parts, I was like, "Hey Alexa, is it over?" And as me asking him, it's like the problem over, like everything that you got going on. Because me and him stopped talking for a while when he had this going on, because I was trying to stay out the way. So I added that in and saying, "Hey Alexa, is it over?" And then basically the girl would he found out that the girl was listening to his music and shit, or my music, because he's written some of my music. She would listen to our music and shit with her new guy, and that's why I said, like, do you still listen to my music when you're with him and shit?
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's all a true story. He the girl was low key delusional. She was calling his phone. She kept telling him to leave, him. She kept telling him to leave her alone and shit. But he wasn't really bothering her. He just so happened to pop up wherever she be at type shit type. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a true story. All of it's a true story. It's crazy ass scenario. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Did get shot over the shit, but he cool now.
Damn. Yeah, bro. Cause like I always heard those lyrics too, and I was just, trying to like put the pieces together. But like the music itself, like really tells a story. Like I would say, and that's how like that's genuinely like how I know that like you're like a really good artist is because like your music itself can like tell the story like emotionally wise, like you can feel like the certain like emotions without like maybe you understanding the actual backstory behind it, which like that's something that a lot of artists, especially today, like can't really do. So yeah, bro. Um,
Yeah, that
okay.
that song, yeah, it's pretty. It's a crazy story, man. I really try to like if I'm gonna make the music, if I'm gonna make it deep, I really want y'all to understand. I want y'all to be able to sing along and vibe too, but I want y'all to understand that like this is more than just a song. This is real life. This is art. This is like shit that I go through, or shit that other people want me to express for them.
Yeah, bro, definitely. Yeah, that's definitely a skill that is like very good to have, especially in the music industry. Um, and then I was gonna ask too. I'm gonna ask a few more questions before like my closure question. There's like one more question I have at the end. Um, but let me just think real quick. Oh yeah, so what what got you into music in specific?
So I'm gonna be like 100% honest with you. My dad, he listened to like a lot of underground artists back in his days, like MF Doom. Is his name? It's another big artist, but he's definitely underground at the time. But MF Doom, Quasimodo Autumn, and shit coming up. So I mean, and I fucked with it. I fucked with it heavy. I just, it wasn't nothing crazy to me. And then like around 20, I want to say 2014, 15, when X and all them started coming up, that's when I started getting deeper into music. And then like I don't know if you paid attention to this wave, but like the meme music when like D Bangs and all them was coming up and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I had no equipment, bro. I had an iPhone, some headphones. I jumped on GarageBand, found a D-Banks type beat and shit, and I was trying to be a meme rapper so bad. I wanted to be like Savage Rim and all of them. And I was actually making some decent music off GarageBand. Not even I was making some decent music. And at the time, like I didn't think much of it though. I just wanted to make the music. And people in my school, I got some homeboys and shit at my school. It was bumping my shit every day. And like once the little meme rap shit fell off, like around 2018, I was like, okay, I actually like making music. I want to go further. So I saved up. I bought a computer. I bought some recording equipment. This is where I messed up. I bought everything but an audio interface. So like
Oh,
I'm on
okay.
FL and shit trying to make music, and I'm like, okay, nothing's working. So I completely gave up. Now this is like the end of 2018. I completely gave up. And my homeboy gave me his audio interface, and I didn't think much of it. I was like, I'm still not gonna be able to make music. And I hooked it up, everything started working. I could rap. Like I said, I like to freestyle, man. I realized like I could really rap. So I started remixing a lot of songs and shit. And I started talking to people like I don't know if you know who he is. He goes by Pills Do Hip now, but at the time he was Dopest Clown. It was Dopest Clown, um, Head Ass Trendy and all them. They were super cool. Rio Vaz, when he started coming up too, Rio Vaz, when he dropped Prime, I was talking to them like they would they was
Oh,
fucking
for
with me and shit.
real.
So yeah, and I was
Damn.
like, fuck it, I'm gonna just keep going with it. And by like the end of 2019, I really had a passion for music, and I really knew I could do something with it, like with all the support, and shit. I just ran with it. I It's like fuck it, man. By 2020, I was really it was really like I can do this. I know I can do this. I love it. There
And
is
just
nothing that can
locking
stop
in.
me. And I locked in. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, definitely. For sure. All right, bet. So I'm at 2%. So I'm gonna get to the last question before like my Mac dies on me. Um,
But
but so far, like it's been a great interview so far, I'd say.
yeah, yeah.
So last question is so my last question for you is to the audience that's watching right now, what is some like words of inspiration that you would have for everyone out there watching, trying to get into music or just like I don't know, just trying to do this stuff. Like what would be some like words of inspiration?
Honestly, I mean, best thing I can say is no matter what you have, no matter what equipment you have, phone, computer, I heard people have recorded off Xbox and everything. Whatever you have, just try it. Don't be discouraged if it doesn't sound great in the beginning because it's gonna take time. Long as you keep trying and trying, no matter what, it's gonna get good. And be open to criticism. Criticism doesn't hurt. There's a difference between criticism and hate. People who criticize you are here to help you perfect your sound and find what you want to sound like. And don't be afraid to explore with genres. Right now, I'm trying to learn how to sing more and more, and it's really helping me expand my music. So do not be afraid to explore. Do not be afraid to have critics, and don't stop trying no matter what. Even if you don't blow up tomorrow, remember this shit happens overnight, and it's gonna feel like it happened, in one day. But no, it's happening overnight. Just remember, keep trying no matter what. Do what you got to do. Stay focused. Stay positive.
Yeah, bro. Definitely. I couldn't agree anymore, bro. That's some great words of wisdom right there. Well,
Yes,
bet,
sir.
bro. I appreciate you coming on, bro. I appreciate you doing this interview, bro.
I
It's like
appreciate
it's
you having me, man.
yeah, bro, of course, bro. It's nice to like talk to you one on one, just to get to know like your kind of thought process and everything.